What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Your boy Dominic Rich, just in a chill mood, relaxing in the car, no pressure whatsoever. And we're back to do Combined 11 for Manchester United versus Chelsea. Man United host Chelsea this weekend after coming off a brilliant victory against PSG in the Champions League, while Chelsea picked up yet another draw after their draw against Southampton. United, coming off of a 4-1 win against Newcastle, are in high spirits. They're in a good mood. They're actually in a good form, bouncing back from that embarrassing 6-1 loss to Tottenham Hotspur. It's been a weird season. 2020 has been a weird year, but I'm back to give you my Man United versus Chelsea Combined 11. As you guys should realize by now, every Premier League match week when there's a big clash, or if I feel the clash is big enough to warrant a Combined 11, I'm going to do one. So let me know yours down below as well. So we're going to get into this. But before we do, I want to share something with you guys. And it's this card that I got from cardsplug.com. So I want you to head on over to cardsplug.com/Dominic Rich FC and use the coupon code Dominic Rich FC to get yourself 15% off your orders. All the links would be in the description box down below. Guys, you could make this card for a friend, a lover, or even your shoe. Whatever you want to do. Your cat, your dog, okay? So just treat yourself sometimes. Treat a friend. Treat that football lover in your family. So we're going to get into this Combined 11 right about now. So first, the way we do this, we start with picking a manager. Who's going to be the manager here? Ole Gunnar Solskjaer or Frank Lampard, both former players of each club. This one is tough. Both had legendary careers. Frank Lampard, more prominent. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer did play under Sir Alex Ferguson in a really dominant era for United. That era over. Chelsea, still winning things here and there. But these two managers are like 6s and 7s, if you ask me. And it's hard to put my money on one. Ole, Lampard. I'm going to go with Ole here. Seriously, Lampard, I don't know, man. I don't know. Let me just wind down the window a little. Let me get some fresh air up in here. But I don't know about Lampard right about now. So I'm going to go for Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. I think he's under way more pressure. And he has responded well, if you ask me. Great start when he just joined, and he responds well to criticism and pressure. Lampard, I don't really know. So, Ole, you're at the wheel, baby. You're at the wheel. So, guys, we're going to start from the back, and we're going to start with the goalkeeper. Oh, my God. This one is a disaster. You see right outside the window there, guys? That's a trash bin. Most of the goalkeepers are trash. Both United and Chelsea goalkeepers. But we're going to start with Caballero. Almost 40, former City man. He won't be, he's not it. He's not it. Then we have De Gea, Kepa, Edward Mendy, new goalkeeper, Dean Henderson, and Sergio Romero. Who am I going to pick here? Guys, even though De Gea has been awful at times, he's been at the club for quite a while, dating back to the Alex Ferguson days, or I should say Sir Alex Ferguson days. He's been terrible, but so has Kepa. Kepa is just awful. Mendy, I don't know too much of. He just, came on the scene, did well with Ren. Chelsea bought him, and he's done a good job, better job than Kepa so far. So it won't be him. Dean Henderson, I think, did great at Sheffield United. Helped them to a top 10 finish. What came back to United thinking he had a chance. Seemingly, he does not. Maybe only if we have De Gea picking up a horrible injury. And let's not even get into Sergio Romero. He's been there for like 5 years and he has hardly played. And now he's way down the pecking order behind Henderson, most likely. He tried to get a move, didn't happen. My goalkeeper here, it was a tricky pick, but I have to go with David De Gea. He's the best out of the bunch. even though he's not one of the best goalkeepers anymore, in my opinion. I don't know why the media keep trying to convince us that he is still good. He has good moments, but overall, he is trash. Seriously. So, the centre-back pairings, I'm just going to list all the centre-backs I considered, and then I'm going to let you know the two I'm going to pick for this combined 11. So, the names I have written down here, guys, I have Zuma, Rudiger, Christensen, Thiago Silva, Harry Mcguire, Eric Bailly. We have Tuanzebe, Lindelof, Marcus Rojo, Tomori, and Phil Jones. Philip Jones, the legend. Definitely won't be Phil Jones. I was actually thinking about making a worst United Chelsea combined 11, but I decided against it. I'm like, I'm not even gonna get into that. I'm not even gonna do that. So the two defenders I'm gonna pick to represent the combined 11 is Kurt Zouma and Thiago Silva. Even though Thiago is up there in age, I think he is still top class, and despite the mistake he made on debut, I think he has recovered well. Seriously. I think he has recovered well in the games he has featured in. So I'm going to go for Thiago Silva. Rudiger, he's not even playing for Chelsea anymore. Christensen, I don't rate whatsoever. Harry Mcguire, I think United overpaid for him. And he does pop up with the odd goal and he has his moments. But overall, I don't think he has been good enough for the money United have paid for him at all. Rojo don't play. Tomori hardly plays. He's a youngster. And Bailly, always injured. Whenever he, always injured. I think he was involved in a 6-1 beating as well. Tuanzebe did well against PSG. And he might be getting a lot more minutes going forward. But the two defenders, centre-backs, are Zuma and Rudiger. Not Rudiger. Thiago Silva. See, that means Rudiger deserves better. He deserves better. I don't like the way they're treating Rudiger at all. Seriously. Rudiger is on a vacation right about now. So, guys, let's move into the fullback positions. And we're going to start with left back, where we have Alex Telles, United's new man, could also play at left midfield or left wing back. Very versatile on the left side. Chelsea's new man, Ben Chilwell, came over from Leicester City. Marcos Alonso, Emerson Palmieri, Luke Shaw, and Brandon Williams. The player I chose to represent United Chelsea Combined 11 is Drum Rose. It's Ben Chilwell. I think he's the best of the bunch. Telles is pretty okay. Plays for Brazil. Did well at Porto. But let's see what he does for United first. He did play against PSG. So good start to his United career. But definitely not short. I think he's a little overweight. He probably weighs the same as I do, which is upwards of 200 pounds. Yeah, guys, I'm kind of heavy. I'm not fat, but I'm stocky, you know what I'm saying? Just like Luke Shaw. And the others, Alonso, Emerson, I think they've been very subpar overall. And Williams, just a promising youngster, one to watch for the future. At right back, we have Wan-Bissaka, Obi-Wan Bissaka, Reece James, who I think looks like the Predator, Cesar Azpilicueta, the veteran, and Timothy Fosu-Mensah. These are the four. How many? 4? Yeah, 4 players considered for the right back berth. And I'm going to go with Reece James here. I've been highly impressed with Reece James, both going forward and tracking back. His defending is pretty solid. Wan-Bissaka, I think, defends very well, tackles very well. Scored a goal recently, but he is not as dynamic as Reece James. That's just I know you guys would agree with that. So I'm going to go with Reece James, even above Cesar Azpilicueta, who, with his experience, would have fit in better as a centre-back, in my opinion. So I'm gonna leave him out. See, I'm gonna leave him out. I'm gonna leave him out. Maybe he'll be on the bench, but wait for the bench later. I'm gonna go for Reece James. So the back line, including the goalkeeper, are David De Gea, Kurt Zouma, Thiago Silva, Ben Chilwell, and Reece James. So let's move on to the midfield players. Let's first start with the defensive midfielder. N'Golo Kante, Nemanja Matic, who is a former Chelsea man, Fred, McTominay, and Mateo Kovacic. Well, guys, come on. I'm only using one player in the holding midfield position. And even though his form has dropped a bit, N'Golo Kante is still class. And it would be blasphemous to put these other players ahead of him right about now. So I'm going to go in for N'Golo Kante. I'm going to go for Kante. Maybe I did pick Kovacic over him recently. I think I did. But I'm backtracking on that. I think in the Liverpool-Chelsea combined 11, I did put Kovacic ahead of Kante. If I'm not, I don't know why I did that, but Kovacic is still a quality player. But I'm going for N'Golo Kante here. Further up the field, two midfielders to play in the more attacking roles. We have available to us Bruno Hernandez, Paul Pogba, Kai Havertz, Jorginho, Jesse Lingard. Yes, Jesse Lingard. He is an attacking midfielder who could play on the wings as well. Juan Mata, who is a former Chelsea player, and Donny van der Beek. Okay, so Chelsea did loan out a few of their attacking midfielders, Ruben Loftus-Cheek and Ross Barkley. So those obviously won't be considered. Danny Drinkwater ain't being considered either. Oh, I feel like I'm on an island right now. Ooh, I feel a little sweat coming in. This hat, wavy on the beach. You know what I'm saying? But the two midfielders I'm going to go in with, guys, to complete my middle, it's going to be Bruno Hernandez. Fernandes himself has been really good for Man United. Scored a lot of penalties. Missed one recently and then missed another one and got a chance to retake it against PSG. And the other player I'm going to go in with is, this one was a tough decision, but I chose to go in with a young German, Kai Havertz, who is really finding his feet at Stamford Bridge in the Premier League. Scored a couple of goals, assisted a few, and things are, getting off to a good start despite the mixed bag of results from Chelsea there. So Jorginho misses out, Pogba as well, who has been lackluster, if you ask me, ever since joining Man United too. Lingard, definitely not. Juan Mata, quality player, but definitely not. Van der Beek, we need to see more of him in the Premier League. Did well for Ajax, but then again, did well in the Premier League, the Champions League, but then again, I think Havertz and Bruno Fernandes pip him to this slot in the middle. So the midfield is Kante, we got Bruno Fernandes, and Kai Havertz. So, the three forwards, before I give you the bench, I have to give you the three forwards. And I have a lot of players, a lot of quality players in the forward position who were considered for these three spots. And those players are, up top, Edinson Cavani, Olivier Giroud, Timo Werner, Tammy Abraham, Anthony Martial. You had Christian Pulisic, more left-sided, Marcus Rashford, Mason Greenwood, Mason Mount, Hakim Ziyech, Callum Hudson-Odoi, Daniel James, Odion Ighalo, and Facundo Pellistri. A lot of quality, right, guys? A whole lot of quality in these two teams. And we're doing a combine, so it's a quality 11 I'm giving you right now. Plus the bench would be wicked as well. So my front three, considering all those players mentioned, I'm going to go with Rashford to play as my left winger. He pips the likes of Hudson-Odoi, Christian Pulisic, quality player, Mason Mount, quality players. But I have to go with Marcus Rashford on the left side. He could also play across the front, but mostly play as a left winger. Up top, as my striker, guys, I had Cavani, Giroud, Werner, Abraham, Martial. Could all play there. But come on, guys, it's a no-brainer. Even though Cavani has done really good things for Uruguay and for PSG, Guys, come on, man. I had to go with Timo Werner here. Martial, a bit subpar at times. Rush of blood to the head. Picks up red cards here and there. Giroud. Neither here nor there with Giroud. Sometimes, you know, he does well. Mostly comes off the bench. Tammy Abraham lost his spot to Timo Werner. So it's Timo Werner, the new man in the Premier League from Germany, from RB Leipzig. And he just scored in that 3-3 draw against Southampton. He scored twice and assisted one to kickstart his Premier League career. So, goal scoring tally. So it's Rashford, Werner, and the man on the right wing, guys. This one was a bit tricky as well, but I had to go with Hakim Ziyech. Had to go with too much quality to ignore. Hudson-Odoi misses out. Dan James surely does miss out. He haven't scored in about 30 Premier League matches. Definitely not. Mason Greenwood has been good, but fell off a bit there. Ever since the little thing on tour with England, he has not been the same player, in my opinion. Facundo Pellistri came in from Peñarol. We don't know much about him. Quality player, but still young. Ain't even kick a ball in the Premier League yet. But you could still make the combined 11 without kicking a ball in the Premier League. I'm just saying. So, that's my 11. Rashford, Werner, Hakim Ziyech, Bruno Hernandez. We have Kai Havertz, N'Golo Kante, left back, Ben Chilwell, right back, Reece James, at the back, Zuma and Thiago Silva, and in the goal, De Gea. So wait, how many United players actually made this team? We had De Gea, Bruno Fernandes, and Rashford. Wow. So Chelsea dominated this team big time. Do you guys agree or you don't? Let me know in the comment section down below. And also share your best combined 11. But wait, don't go yet. It's time for my 7 subs. On the bench, Man United goalkeeper Dean Henderson, man. I put him above Kepa, Caballero, and all the rest bums. Dean Henderson, I think he deserves a chance. Harry Mcguire makes the bench as well. Man United captain. I didn't want to insult him like that and not even put him on the bench. So he is on the bench. Aaron Wan-Bissaka, I think he's a quality right back. He does make the bench as well. Cesar Azpilicueta does make the bench. Veteran, long-serving servant for Chelsea. I had to put him on. Paul Pogba, I ain't going to do you like that. Even though you don't do well for United, you didn't even start the last game. I still have you on the bench, just like the last game. Christian Pulisic, Captain America, of course, I'm going to put him on the bench. And Mateo Kovacic tops off the 7 subs on the bench to make a very quality 11 plus 7 subs. Guys, I'm your boy Dominic Rich, and this is my United Chelsea combined 11 coming again for another week with the consistency. Make sure you subscribe if you're new. Almost to 40k subscribers. Guys, don't forget to head on over to cardsplug.com/Dominic Rich FC and get yourself one of these lovely life-size football cards here. Okay, FedEx truck just passed. Will be delivered by FedEx promptly. Okay, coupon code Dominic Rich FC. Get yourself 15% off. Don't forget. So, like the video if you like it. Comment down below. Share it with a friend. Until next time, from your boy Dominic Rich. Peace out. Rich, squad.